So I've come to the conclusion that I would do anything to have Giant Eagle's customers at Walmart. What? Yeah, because we get some real nasty assholes up there. Like, you have no idea what it's like to deal with a horrible customer until you have somebody at Walmart.
Hey.
Like, do you think even I would lose my cool?
I actually had to have a manager talk me down because I was about ready to, like, she could tell that I was biting my lip whenever that person was talking to me. And after I walked away and after we got the customer out of the store, she pretty much had to calm me down.
What did they do?
What didn't they do? They took a textbook on how not to be respectful and did it all. Basically, I'll give you the short version of it. No. I'll try to give you the short story because it's hard for me to explain it without going into detail. But basically, the guy comes in with a laptop, and he says that his internet stopped working on it. Now, mind you, this is one of those people who thinks 1 + 1 = fish in a basket. So he's obviously not the brightest crayon in the box.
Okay.
But something tells me he knew that, and that he was intentionally trying to piss us off because he was. I can't honestly imagine anybody is that sincerely stupid. He came in and said the internet wasn't working on his laptop, and whenever we told him that we would be willing to give him a replacement laptop, he said that he did not want a replacement laptop because he was using that for his business. Like, this guy owns a business. And that he wasn't going to get it. He didn't want a new laptop, and he told us that he wanted us to fix it. Well, we don't have any internet there, so we couldn't even try to fix it. And oh shit, hold on. No. No, any kind of thing that we do there to try to help somebody is purely complimentary. Because there's absolutely nothing that we can really do. We don't have anything to fix computers with. And oh shit. Oh, we got a medic. Anyway, so we tell him that there's nothing that we can do because we can't fix a computer without the internet. Well, he's still telling us that he wants us to fix his internet, and this is after we told him 3 times we don't have internet. There's absolutely nothing that we can plug the computer into to test its internet.
Yeah.
And then he repeat. No. Yeah. And I wasn't prepared to use my cell phone's data to help this prick. Oh fuck, busted. And then after we told him the second time that we did not have internet, he said, all right, you don't have to repeat yourself, I'm not stupid. After he pretty much told us that he wanted us to fix his internet. And that was like the repeating thing, like constantly going back to, okay, we don't have the internet here, there's no way that we could fix it, and he's pretty much insisting that we fix his computer. And every time we try to tell him that we can't fix the computer, he tells us to stop repeating ourselves. He's not stupid. After he's continuously repeating himself. Exactly. He was everything that he told us made us have to reiterate that we don't have internet and that we're a retailer, not a computer repair shop. And then he started trying to insult us about how we don't know what we're doing it or anything. It's like, yeah, guess what? We're not an IT department, so if we're not expected to know what we're doing. Anything that we know what we're doing is pure.
As a consumer, does he know what he's doing by coming to Walmart and asking for his computer?
Obviously not. Yeah, obviously not. Oh shit. But then and mind you, he was constantly repeating himself. He's constantly just going on about how upset he is with the service and on it and so on and so. What's that?
By the way, was he having trouble at his home? Was he took his laptop and went to Walmart to ask for his computer?
Yeah, because he apparently he had supposedly bought it. He had supposedly bought it there, and he said that it was he said that he had got it there. So I figured, okay, maybe he lost connection with his wireless router and he's not able to get it to reconnect again. So I took it upon myself to try to help him out with it, and I showed him in Windows 8 where the wireless settings were, because I figured, okay, maybe he's just not familiar with Windows 8 and he's not able to find the wireless settings, and that would be what's upsetting him. So I went and I showed him where the wireless settings were, and he, as soon as I pointed it to him, he immediately interrupted what I was saying and told me to stop treating him like an idiot. He knows what he's doing. He wants me to fix the computer. Well, he tried to say that he knew what he was doing with the computer, he just didn't know how to fix the specific issue, so he wanted us to fix it. Obviously, he had no idea what he was doing, because a computer doesn't just break. But see, that's not the best part. The best part, and it just keeps getting better, trust me. This guy every time he takes a turn, and the wind is blowing in your direction, he smells like piss. Like urine, like genuine piss.
Nice.
And you could tell just by looking. Huh? Human urine, piss. Like you can tell,
the guy up top
and you
in the
know.
middle of the battlements.
I mean, there's some people that there's some people that smell kind of like cat urine. You can tell it's cat urine.
But there's a lot of things that smell like cat urine, so that's innocent. Like there are some things that smell like cat urine, because cat urine is potent, but not in a urine way. It's potent in a chemical way, because it's supposed to mark their territory. And sometimes there are just some things that smell similar.
Got a hostile match in the area.
But no, this guy was pissed, and he was acting like somebody who was severely drunk, but he didn't have any of the like the way he was talking, the way he was communicating. He wasn't slurring his speech, he wasn't imbalanced, or he wasn't impaired, but he was communicating like he was drunk as fuck. Oh, well, I'm assuming if he was high on anything, he was high on piss. Now you're probably asking yourself, how could this get any worse? I'm assuming. I keep saying it gets worse and worse and worse. Well, there came a point when customers who were around us actually started cutting him off and telling him about himself, because we couldn't say anything. We had to try to remain our cool. So we had other customers that were insulting him, telling him that he needs to back off. They were saying what they knew we wanted to say. Yeah. Oh shit. But well, I'm just constantly dying here. I'm not even really paying attention. So he tells me to try to fix the computer. I open it up and I look to see if there is anything unusual that I might be able to fix. And I show him where the wireless settings were, and that's whenever he told me to stop treating him like an idiot. He knew what he was doing. But then he goes and he opens up Internet Explorer, and he has like 20 tabs open and because on Windows 8, Internet Explorer functions a lot like a tablet browser, so it saved his it saved everything for him. A good like 15 of the tabs were empty blank pages with saying that the internet could not be found, and the other 5 were combinations of varying websites of gay porn.
Oh my god.
And incredibly ridiculously like out there fetish porn websites. stuff that I didn't even know existed. And I glanced at the screen and I looked away. I could not continue looking at the screen. And then he cuts me off in the middle of one of my sentences in an attempt to say under his breath something to the degree of, "My damn brother was on my computer again." And I just could not. I tried to close the computer as fast as I could because I didn't want anybody else seeing it. Like, it was completely inappropriate. And it was the kind of stuff that was like borderline illegal type of stuff. So I'm thinking to myself at the time, and I wasn't gonna draw attention to the issue, but I'm thinking to myself as I'm looking at this, it's no fucking wonder your computer has suddenly stopped working. You are the first person to screw up Windows 8.
Oh my god.
That's kind of the climax of the story. It doesn't really get much better than that. And that was, but whenever I got another computer, and by the way, we lost the biolab. There's no spawn point there.
Yeah.
We lost everything.
Yeah. I got him another laptop, and at this point, I didn't even care. It wasn't the same laptop because we didn't have any more of those laptops, but I was not going to give him any more to latch onto as far as what he could be upset about. So I just grabbed the laptop off the shelf. I gave a gesture to April. She gave me a nod, and then I took it up to customer service. And I was walking faster than I normally walk because I wanted him to be behind me. I didn't want him anywhere near me, because he was the kind of person that you hear about in stories on the news that kill you.
Okay, what did he look like, by the way?
He looked like, well, no, I understand. He looked, and you're gonna get a kick out of this because there's no other way to describe it. The kind of tall, skinny guy who you would see coming out of a trailer with a beer in his hand and probably a cell phone full of child porn. He looked like a pervert.
Okay,
he looked like he yeah, that was immediately obvious to me as soon as he said that. Like, I was trying not to gesture it, but I knew he was lying.
Were you like trying to hold back laughter?
No, at this point I was just so ridiculously pissed off and wanted this guy out of the store.
Oh, so it kind of blocked any other emotion.
Yeah, I was just in complete disbelief. I wanted this guy out. And then whenever I was asking what kind of computer it was, because this was whenever I was still trying to figure out what kind of computer to get him to see if we had it, and he continued insisting that I try to fix the internet on his computer. So I tried to tell him one last time, as quick as I possibly could, in as few words as I possibly could, that we did not have any way to fix his internet because we don't have the tools. And that's whenever he pretty much told me that he basically asked me, or were you doing like heroin or something last night? You're not remembering what I'm saying. You're not remembering what you're saying. You keep repeating yourself. And at that point, I didn't say a single word to him the entire rest of the time. And then he continued to go on about saying, oh no, it's probably wasn't heroin or something. It's just your generation. Your generation is a bunch of fucking morons.
Better.
And so at that point, I was not gonna say a single word more to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
At that point, I was not gonna say anything because the next word that would have come out of my mouth would have gotten me fired. It would have gotten me fired.
So worth it.
And if I would not have been holding back myself physically, I would have had him on the floor. Because I was just so ridiculously pissed off at him. And so I was kind of like quickly walking up to customer service because that's where they needed to do the exchange. And I got up there so that they would not, so that he was not directly behind me. And I pretty much told them, now, is this okay, yeah. I pretty much told them as fast as I could under my breath, We're doing it even exchange as per April. Don't ask questions, just do it. This guy's volatile, just do it. And so they did it, and because April gave the okay for it, and at this point I honestly didn't give a shit what he got. I just wanted him out of the store. So they gave him that. And then later I found out that apparently the computer wasn't even purchased at our store, it wasn't in our system. But I don't know the entire story behind that, but I'm trying to think of what else happened. Before I even got back to electronics, Cam was telling me that April told me to tell him the story, so apparently the story was not a matter of context. It was truly bad enough that my manager told April to ask me about it because she knew that it was bad. Yeah.
We got a lot of aircraft coming. Like a shit.
They need to make those anti-tank rounds a lot less potent against air.